Hello, welcome everybody, and thank you for your time and your patience. I want to welcome everybody and then have a blessed morning to everybody. Today, we are celebrating the power of research to drive meaningful change. Our panel discussion from the research to impact, graduate scholars driving transformation, brings together these conceptual graduate scholars who are turning research into real life problems and the real life solutions. These scholars are not just advancing knowledge, but they are improving lives, addressing present challenges, and shaping the future. As we gather here today, we are surrounded by complex challenges that demand cutting-edge solutions. Over the next, we are going to hear from our resource people, learn from our experience, learn from how they explore to support and then solve issues that is surrounding us today. I'm honored to be the moderator for this discussion, and I would also introduce the panel as we continue. Firstly, I'm in the person of Desmond Kofi Aka, a student of this prestigious institution, offering MPhil Social Studies, Social Forestry, and then Environmental Governance. I would first want to brief through the profile of our first panelist. So, our personality profile for our distinguished guest is a messenger of God of this current generation. She's the face behind witness creation and the minerally training and the coach in planning and decoration. She's a staff of the University of Energy and Natural Resources, specifically with the Department of Audit. I'm honored to be working with the woman of God, Madam Irene Asantua Apia Afi. Our second panelist also is a distinguished guest in the professional engineering and lecturing in the environmental engineering. He holds a BSc in agricultural engineering in environmental resource management, MSc in civil engineering, and a PhD in environmental engineering. He works with the Wellcome Trust-funded project, SNOW, Scientist Network for Outcome for Water and Sanitation Consortium, as a project manager. Also, he was the assistant city facilitator for the European Commission project, SWITCH, that is the Sustainable Water Management Improves Tomorrow's Cities Health project. Currently, he's the co-principal investigator of the WaterAid UK research-funded project on occupational health and safety of sanitation works. He has participated in several international research conferences and workshops. His research focuses on water supply and sanitation and hygiene, phage transportation of micropollutants in water, risk assessment and disinfection by formation and drinking water. He's open to interdisciplinary research collaboration. I'm very honored to be working with engineer Dr. Nana Osei Akasen. Sorry, the name again, engineer Dr. Nana Osei Akasen. Also, our next distinguished guest, he's a lecturer at the Department of Forest Science. He's a one-time graduate Grassag president and SRC president also, UNE, where he pursued his PhD at Agro Paris Tech University in France. His PhD centered on forest policy in the context of global China, Chinese presence in Ghana rosewood sector. He has traveled and delivered academic lectures and presentations in 7 different countries within the past 4 years, which is specifically the University of Oxford in the UK, University of Lausanne in Switzerland, University of Rome in Italy, University of Göttingen in Germany, University of Nairobi in Kenya, University of Montpellier in France, International Union for Conservation of Nature, that is the IUCN, in Sweden. He also completed his PhD on a record time of 2 years, 6 months. That is an outstanding record held by these prestigious guests. About all, he's a passionate person making impact and transforming society. He is the CEO of the Beatty Hostel, the president of the Beatty Scholarship Foundation. His scholarship scheme have awarded scholarship to over 75 university students for the past 5 years and still counting. I'm very happy working with this man. He's no other man than Dr. Apostle Anthony Beidou. Lastly, with our final panelist, he's a distinguished guest who is currently the Grassag president, the Grassag national director for SDG goals and advocacy. He was the NASPA regional financial secretary in the Bono Ahafo region, NASPA president for the Techima Metro, where he was awarded the best regional financial secretary of the year at the NASPA National Eminence Awards 2023. Also, he was awarded the best NASPA president of the year at the NUS Ghana Education Award 2020. He attained his WASI certificate from the St. James Seminary and proceeded to the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology for all his certification. Currently, he's studying MPhil Animal Science and Production. I'm very happy to work with these prestigious guests. He is no other person than Dr. Romeo Chum. He's currently the Grassag president of UNE 2025. Each of these guests have demonstrated remarkably dedication, creativity, and then perseverance in pursuing research goals and the knowledge attained from various universities. Let's get together and discover the inspiring ways in which graduate scholars are driving transformation through research and knowledge attained from these universities. I believe that our guests have all the requisite knowledge and all the challenges that they've been through. They know the solutions that they've solved. They have all these fair knowledge on how to solve issues where we don't have to go and then solve these issues again. So we are going to dive more into the panel discussion, where we would have a discussion with our panelists and then have in-depth discussion on what knowledge were attained through their life in the university. So first of all, I want to move straight to our Madam Irene. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm very fine by grace of God.
Wow, thank you very much, a woman of God. So you're welcome to this panel discussion on the Grassag Week celebration lunch.
Thank you.
Please, how is the feeling?
Great.
Good, that's fine. So first point, I want to understand the knowledge that you attained through your university, all the knowledge that you have consumed through your life on the university campus. How impactful have you been able to implement that through your knowledge and the research, everything that you've done, in the knowledge that you have acquired? How have you impacted people? I want to understand that.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I once had opportunity to be with a white woman.
Okay.
And I was talking to her concerning what I want to do after being trying to do a white collar job. But she said something which has kept me going, that university is to gain the knowledge and not to, after you leave, not to search for jobs.
Okay.
Good. So acquiring knowledge in uni has helped me a lot. And sometimes we see ourselves doing a program. I did sociology, and now sociology is all around.
Okay.
And it's not basically about sociology I'm doing in my office, but you see the knowledge is there. Sociology is about human, like studying human. So with uni, the knowledge and everything I applied, it has helped me in the university system as where I am working. Then also the knowledge has also taken me far from the university system to business system. Even though I didn't do business, but the knowledge that I acquired in uni is giving me the opportunity to do more in my business firm. And when it comes to impact, you see, many a times we do counseling in sociology, we do a lot in sociology. So with this, the knowledge I gained in uni is also helping me in my society, because
I do counseling a lot for women when it comes to vulnerability.
So that is why.
Okay, that is very impactful from knowledge, not to solve, not to search for job. That is the basic principle of attending the university. You are supposed to get a knowledge from the university and not go back to join the unemployed community. You are supposed to impact, you are supposed to gain the knowledge and then create your own opportunity. As she rightfully says, she's the CEO of the Renes Creation. Renes Creation. Rini. Renes Creation, where she's into decoration and everything. She's now using her sociological knowledge that was attained from the university to make impact, to teach people, to train people. Okay, that is very, very interesting. Fast forward, I want to move to our engineer, doctor. So, engineer, I want to understand the introduction of research to impact. What is your intake on that?
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. So I believe basically people perceive the university as a place where we pursue research, and one of the ideologies that once you're able to embark on research, you are supposed to publish. And publishing is to get the world to know what's happening. Yeah, and there is this principle that is publish or perish. So it's like most people are compelled to do something to keep their job or do something to stay active in the university. Yeah, but if we consider research, if it's just about finding out something and that is the thing, then it's some kind of meaningless venture. So that means once we've carried out our background research. Our research is to go beyond the papers that we write or the articles that we write, and also beyond the confines of the institutions into the society. Because research is supposed to drive our society to help improve lives and also improve the society as a whole. So that means if we are supposed to move from research to impact, then it means our research should gain grounds in the society, bring changes into our policies, bring changes into our workforce, bring changes into the entire society. That is when we know that research is making a change in our society. So that's what I understand by research to impact. There should be something that comes out of it with the society or the community is going to benefit.
Wow, that is very, very impactful and then insightful. As our engineer doctors rightly said, it's either you publish or you perish. That is the norm of every graduate. They want to publish or either perish. But then the key or the most important thing about being in the university or being a graduate is to make an impact. Without making impact out of your publication, it is meaningless. Without making impact out of your publications, there is no need for you to do that. Then it is equivalent to you perishing. So we are supposed to attain the knowledge that was gained from the university and out of our research, and then make impact out of that. That is very, very, very good. Thank you, sir. That is what we talk about, research to make impact. We are supposed to solve issues. We are supposed to solve pressing needs that are surrounded by us every day. Doc, President, you're welcome there.
Thank you very much.
Wow. So I want to understand your concept of research to impact. Let me please understand your concept from research to impact.
All right. Thank you very much, Honorable Desmond. So my understanding of research to impact says, basically, we normally come to school, study, do our research work, and end up by leaving the work on the shelves, and just end up by getting dusty, but it has no impact in the community. So I believe that probably going forward, having research to impact, if our research work, we should be able to make sure that it impacts the society and look at how best that the community can benefit from our research work. Rather than just coming to school, do our research work, and just go away. We should look at how best it can benefit the community and make sure they do benefit from your research work as well.
Okay. Wow. So we should learn to prevent our research being laid on the shelves to get dusty. We are not supposed to make our research just lay on our shelves and then watch us. We are supposed to make impact out of our research. Every research that you should do, it is out of requisite information or gained information. So you are supposed to make impact. You are supposed to add up to knowledge in the community. Most people don't even get opportunity to go to the university, but then when you get the opportunity to go to the university and then gain all this knowledge from the community, you are supposed to give back to the community. You are supposed to set a foundation for people who do not have the privilege to go to the university to also follow that suit and then make impact and then make the world a better place for us. I want to move straight to Doc. Doc is personally one of my role models where I look up to him very much and I want to follow his ways. So, Doc, Doc, please, I want to understand the knowledge or the wisdom or the rationale behind research to impact from your point of view.
Right, thank you very much. So, let me acknowledge Dr. Atkinson and Presido and Auntie Irene. You know, when you're always the last to speak, you just must make sure that you switch on from all that they have said and then say something different. Yeah. But let's look at research. When we look at the genesis of research, we look at pioneers of research, like Albert Einstein, like Thomas Alva Edison, like Abraham Graham Bell. I mean, this fluorescent tube is out of somebody's research, Thomas Alva Edison. I mean, we know what all these big guys, Rutherford and all that, what they did. And most of them, it was a lifelong activity. They devote themselves, they want to be able to, for instance, Abraham Graham Bell, he researched and then discovered the telephone. All his life, gave his life to studying, pursuing knowledge to the level that today you can just pick your phone and call somebody in Nigeria. Research and impact. Now, over the period, it looks like we have watered down research to just getting a degree. Somebody should just get a degree, I need masters. And to the level that sometimes now we even have contractors who do research for people. Everything, the MPhil work, the PhD work, everything has been done from start to finish. He doesn't understand anything about the work. The day to presentation, that is when he now goes to the contractor to try to let him feed him in on what he's supposed to go and say. But at the end of the day, he would have the degree as a PhD or as MPhil. First of all, research for impact. If we have to delve deep into it, we should even research on things that are relevant to society. Things, not just anything abstract. What do we need as far as the trajectory of our nation is concerned, in terms of agriculture, in terms of engineering? What do we need? And when you go to advanced countries, that's what they do. I mean, at every point in time, there's a huge investment in research. There's a national agenda as to what people want to achieve in this maybe 5 years, 10 years. Let me tell you that in China, today, almost every technology in America, there's a replica of it in China. Because for some years, some time ago, the Chinese government made it a plan to take scholars to America, just for them to go and learn their technology and bring it down to China so they can develop at the space that they want to go. So simply, research must be tailored towards, like Dr. Atkinson said, tailored towards the needs of people. If we have all the things published and it's not translating in the life of somebody at Dumesia, it is of no use. If you have all the degree and you are a doctor, you are a professor, and you know somebody said something very funny, that there was a professor that in electrical engineering, you know, he was struggling to fix a bulb in his bulb. That's a professor in electrical engineering, couldn't fix a bulb. He had to call electrician who doesn't have a degree to come and fix the bulb. Simple fuse. He didn't know how to handle it. Somebody who doesn't have a degree had to be called. He's a technician. Uncle school that had to be called to do it. So what we are studying, the research, the knowledge that we are amassing should translate in tangible manifestations of making communities better. That should be research for impact.
Wow. We shouldn't just water and then wait for. We shouldn't just water our degree and just be there and sit aloof without making any impact. As my model said, we should make sure that every research that we do should have impact on the community. We should give back to the community. It should be able to transform lives outside the world. So, Madam Irene, back to you. I just want to ask you a few questions where I want you to share with us the knowledge that you attained from the university community. How have you been able to translate that to make impact? Because I know that you've acquired a lot of knowledge, and then I want to.
That's the same question you answered, so you may want to take it. Maybe
So please,
the
I want.
experiences. He answered basically the same question, so you may want to talk about experiences in school.
Wow, that's good. So I want you to talk more about your experiences about this whole thing. How many the experiences that you've been able to attain and then get throughout this journey. Yes, I want you to talk more about that.
Okay, so if I get you well, my experiences in what I have done in university to transform lives. If I get you well.
Yes.
Good. So, as I talked about earlier, sociology is about human. Okay. So right from uni, my heart was into human, how to transform human life.
Wow.
Especially people that do not have anything doing. I always want to let them have something doing. So transformation, I'll talk about using my knowledge to build people to get something to do. Okay. Especially with their hands.
Okay.
Because one, you see ladies who don't have anything to do, but they say they have completed uni. They are waiting for UNED to pick them. They are waiting for KNUST to pick them. But there are a lot of jobs around that you can do. So with knowledge that I gained, I didn't do anything about what I am doing now, but I also seek that knowledge through my uni. Even though nobody taught me, but now I have put it upon myself to also transform life by teaching others.
Wow.
So transforming lives in a way, I use my technical knowledge, that is what I do, my millinery skills, to transform people who has completed uni and does not have job to do.
Wow.
So that is what.
Wow, that is very good. Moving to Dr. Akasen, I want to get more insight about your experiences in making impact to the community. I want to get that concept more.
Okay, so thank you very much. Yeah, so when it comes to, we're looking at research and how it's driving or impacting society. Yeah, so let me just give an example of one of our research that we carried out. Okay. That was on, we're looking at the occupational health and safety of sanitation workers. You know that most of these sanitation workers, they are easily exposed to fecal material and other things which do contain pathogens. And I think for a while, mostly if you're in your house and you see that they are coming to dislodge your septic tank, more like you just move away from them, but you don't observe what they are actually doing, the kind of work that they are doing and how it's going to affect their life. So we have to work with the MMDs, because they are often in charge, the environmental health department. They are often in charge of those who are into sanitation. Yeah, so what we have to do is we work hand in hand with them. We carried out the research and we observe how these people work, how they come into direct contact with these fecal material and the duration of their work and how it's going to affect their whole being, physical, mental, social, and all that. So after that, we have to engage all of them together in addition with the workers and the metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies to now share ideas to find the way forward on even how to for them to understand the kind of challenges that these people are going through. Because mostly people More like they forget about them and they move on. But they are going through a lot, and even what they are earning is nothing to write home about. Okay. To even take care of their hospital bills and other things to go through. Yeah. So after going through this, we shared with them the MMDs. Everyone was there. They were witness to what we had done, the outcomes, and how best they can safeguard these people, especially when it even comes to provision of just PPEs. Okay. Because most of them, they were not even putting on PPE. Imagine someone just getting into someone's septic tank and without any PPE, moving, and he moves out, he gets out, he buys the food. I mean, outside he's going, eating the food and all that. Yeah, so the MMJs are now into bring out this policy to help these sanitation workers so that they can also have that good mental health and well-being to carry out their work. Because if they are not there, life does not continue. And I think since everyone finds him or herself within his work image, everyone can also work perfectly well so that the society can run.
Okay, so let me move to Dr. Baidu. Dr. Baidu, please, I want to know through your impact making. I know you are the CEO of Baidu Hostel. You are the president of the Baidu Scholarship Scheme. You are making a lot of impact, Baidu FC, and you are changing life basically. Recently, I was just scrolling through Facebook, and then I'm seeing people, students of this university, making accounts of how grateful they are to you for you helping them through their life and then impacting their life positively. So I want to understand all your experiences that you've been. How do you do that? How do you do that?
Right. Thank you very much. So first of all these things you mentioned, I didn't learn them in school. Yeah, I did natural resource management in school. It has nothing to do with running a hostel. It has nothing to do with owning a scholarship. It has nothing to do with having a football club. It has nothing to do with that. Yes, and all the other things. So education should give us, first of all, technical skills or scientific skills, and then also soft skills. This is important. Soft skills, over the period, there are some of the things that I didn't go for lectures for. I had to learn them when I was in school. Being a leader, learning how to speak in public and all these things. These are soft skills. Being like it was mentioned in my profile, being a one-time SRC president, being a Grassag president, I've been a NASPA president, blah, blah, blah. Sunyani West, all that. These are soft skills. Nobody comes to sit you down to teach you. And education, some way, somehow, that's sometimes I tell my students, that it's not just about passing exams. It's also about learning, sometimes even learning how to dress, learning how to compose yourself, learning how to address a crowd. All these are soft skills that education needs to give us. And if we pick that, it will help us to do other things beyond the hardcore academic skills that we have been able to garner. But on the scientific skills, what I would say is that now, my PhD is in political science with a specialty in international forest policy. And so as I speak now, there's an African-wide project that I'm consulting for. I'm a consultant for policy in agroeconomy. The whole African project that we are drafting a policy that will suit almost about half of African countries. And I'm a consultant for that. And all these things, sometimes just because it's your area, it's also raking some level of income for you. Aside that, there's a project that we are currently working on, partnering with a university in Togo and then one in Switzerland, because of the academic skills that you have. And so what I'll say, because we are saying all these things to graduate students, some way, somehow to inspire them to pursue greatness. So now that you are in school and you don't even know how to do a literature review, how tomorrow, if you have to be a consultant for an organization, what do you do? Because you have contracted somebody to do everything for you. You can't. In fact, some are finishing BSc. They can't even type one full page by themselves. So you are not getting the skill. You think you have one, but you're not getting it. Tomorrow they put you in a firm, and your boss tells you, "Oh, go and review this document and give it to me." Because he knows you have done thesis, you've gone through, and you cannot do it. That will be a little problematic, you see. So the skill, we get the scientific skills, It will help us to pursue our channel of or our career path. We also need the soft skills. It will help us to do other things that will make our life better. So some of the things, I never did anything business, but by the grace of God, successfully, we are managing businesses, and the outputs is there for the world to see. So basically, that's what I can say as far as this is concerned.
Well, that is very, very insightful, Doc. I'm very, very happy hearing these from you. These are things that we need to get ourselves abreast with. We don't always have to just write exams and pass. Go to a university and then attain these skills. We attain soft skills. We attain technical skills to help make impact to the community. We are supposed to, because what Doc was saying, that all these things that he's doing, he wasn't taught to do it emphatically in class. He was not sat down to do this, how to do business, how to do this, everything. But then based on this knowledge he has attained from the university, from his research that he has made, he's now making impact on that research. He's now making impact to the community through his research he has attained. We don't just do research. We don't just do that. We should make sure that we do relevant research that would change the life of people, research that would cause a swift change in a community where you find people are suffering, a research that will make impact, that will put people at a better point in life. Dr. Roger, I want to ask you these, please. How do you transform lives? Because I know you are the national coordinator for SDG goals development for Grassag. How are you making policies? How are you making life better for people out there?
All right. Thank you very much. So, with respect to making of impact, and if that's me being the national director of SDG, so what we are working on is that we are trying to ensure that students at various universities, postgraduate students, whether MPhil or PhD, their research work tend to solve climate solution or a problem relating to maybe climate change or any of the sustainable developmental goals.
Okay.
So, and what we then do is that we are planning on trying to get a kind of motivation for such individuals. So in that way, that I think more students will be interested in trying to provide solution to problems in the society. So that's what we are doing at the national level.
Oh.
And it's not only with National Grassag. No, wherever I go, I try to make sure that I make an impact over the respect to providing solutions. For example, when I became the national president, I realized that we do record rabies cases and even human deaths of rabies in Teshima. So during my administration, I try to do rabies awareness campaign and also try to make sure that service personnel who won't pay 10% their dogs at a 50% discounted price, as that of when they visit veterinary facility or they vaccinate their dogs in their homes. And it was a successful one. So the same way, if you refer to even Grassag now, what we are trying to also do, even though it's in the pipeline, we want to ensure that students with good research work and that tends to impact the society, we have a documentary of that. So we will be beginning with that of students in Doma campus and see how best that will go. Then later we move to students in Shinai campus.
Wow. So this is just a tip of the iceberg from the president's own mouth, where he's having a documentary of people's project thesis that aims to transform lives of people, of community. So you see, you can be a student and then you will not benefit from these let's say these refreshments, because they are motivation. They are there to motivate you to do more, to do a lot of things for the community. You are supposed to make a policy, make a thesis that will aim to transform life. Dr. Akasan, I just want to quickly ask you about how do you stay motivated and focused in making impact? Because I can see that your MDD and MMDs are really changing lives and educating people. So how do you stay focused and then relevant to whatever thing that you want to do?
Okay, so thank you once again. Yeah, so when it comes to staying focused, you need to remind yourself that there is something at stake. Once you know that there is something at stake, you should be guided by it. Because if you drift from your vision, then you are likely to stumble.
Wow.
See, and once we know that we also have other people who are, once you are in the university, people know that the university, they are doing something great, so the society must change. And even within your own area, you expect changes. Yeah, so once I know that, there are people who are looking up to me, then I need to stay focused on what I'm doing to also come up with solutions that they are looking out for. Because once you meet societal needs, people are okay with you.
Okay.
Yeah, just like our politicians. Once you're able to meet the needs of the society, the votes, you get the votes for yourself. Yeah, so you also need to be sure that you stay focused on what you are trying to do. Then there are also times, in our human world, one of the key things which also helps us, which I think most people forget about, is about meditation. Meditation is very, very, at times you just need to isolate yourself from the noisy environment. Just find and just begin to brood and think about what is going around you. But as we started saying from the beginning, if you want to make impact, then your research should be relevant to what is around us.
Wow.
Once you don't create something which is still around, which revolves around you, then you can make something great. But if the people that you're also serving, or you are making the research to meet their need, they don't find it needful, it creates some kind of perception about you. Okay. Yeah, so isolate yourself, begin to think about the entire environment that you find yourself in, and look at what the people need, and then bring yourself into the society. Once it keeps driving you, because you know that these are the very things that are key to the society. And through this meditation, this isolated period, and as a believer, I'll add prayer to it. Your prayer and meditation. There are times that things don't just happen, but things also happen through your time with your Maker. Yeah, because we know that there are people who have had solutions. Read the Bible, Daniel and all that, who have had solutions to societal needs through prayer. So I also believe in the power of prayer, and I also believe in meditation and seclusion to come up with great ideas, which will also keep you running as a researcher.
Wow. As a researcher, as Engineer Dr. rightly said, meditation and separation is one of his hallmarks that he uses a lot. So you can jot all these informations down: separation and then meditation. When you be able to distance yourself from the noisy area, from the distractions, you are able to focus more on it. And then he also says that we should always keep reminding ourselves of the purpose, of the reason why you started an initiative. So when you always constantly see something, your mind automatically perceives to focus on it always. So you should always be constantly reminding ourselves of why we started it, why the need of redoing this research. This research was intended to solve this particular issue. So when we keep on reminding ourselves, when we keep on getting ourselves abreast with the purpose of it, we would stay focused. And also he made mention of something that is really, really part of me. That is the prayer. That wherever you find yourself, people find societal solutions through prayer. Because prayer, with that, it is giving you time and opportunity to have a one-on-one interaction with your God, a fellowship with your Maker. With that, you are able to discern very well and then make a right implementation that will change the lives of people. Back to Madam Irene, I want to understand, how do you stay focused? Because through these, your works, your decoration, I know it comes with a lot of hectic and then stress. These people would always give you pressure, and then your work as an auditor and everything. How are you able to stay focused and making the life of people better?
Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
as Doc said, focus. You have to detach yourself from noise and be at a center of silence. So what I do is I'm always thinking about the way forward. I'm always looking at how best I can make someone happy, because this decoration, millinery works, it comes with a whole lot of thinking. So as it was rightly said, when you are at a quiet place, you keep thinking, you keep getting how you can do exact thing for someone to be happy, because someone will not come with what he or she wants. You are trying to make the person happy, so you are always thinking. So I am always focused, and in my focus, it keeps me also learning, because when you are focused, that does not mean you should stay at one point. You should also learn from others. So when you learn from others, it makes your creativity grow. Because if you are focused and you're at one place, you won't learn anything. So when you are focused and you learn from other people quietly, it makes your creativity, your thinking becomes bigger and sharper, because it makes you do more. And it motivates people to always come to you, because you are always doing something new. So in your focus, you do something new.
Great.
So that is it.
Wow. So she said something that is very, very, very important, that you should focus and learn, not just detach yourself from noise and then sleep. I know people that would want to say that they want to come to campus study and then detach them from the noise on hostel to the campus and then study. They end up coming to campus to sleep. So that is not what we are intending to make. We are intending to say that detach yourself from noise. Get yourself to a place where there is absolute or equivalent to no noise, where you can be able to make something new, learn. That at that point you are able to like do a lot of things. You are not able to do it. Dr. Baidu, I want to know this from you, right? Personally, I really, really watch you from a distance, and then I don't sometimes don't understand how you keep doing things, because I know you do a lot of things, a lot. Even today, to even get you here as by grace, because I know you are here doing that and that. How do you stay motivated to all these things that you do? Because all these things that you do, they're always making impact. So how do you able to channel all your focus on all these things that you do, and then without any stress?
Right. Thank you. I'll not give a sermon. I'll stay in the neutral ground. Yes, first of all, there are different types of motivation. Wow. There's intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is the motivation that comes from within, from you. And you see, to be an achiever, that's what you have to rely on the more. Because normally the enemy of the achiever is the non-achiever. The fact that you are doing something that several other people are not doing it, they will not be there to motivate you. Sometimes you see, so you won't get it. So mostly you have to encourage yourself. You have to have that inner drive by yourself. Because you are talking about research. At a point in time in my PhD in France, I worked at a point in time, even though I was overworking. In fact, if I was not in France, I would have just picked my things and come home. I think that maybe at every point in time, everybody who is pursuing PhD get to a time that it's like you want to give up, you are tired. You read, you write. That's a professor who just rubbish everything. And you're like, why am I here? I remember when I submitted my final thesis draft, it took my professor almost about a month and a half to finish reviewing it. And he brought it. He brought it somewhere, I think December 23rd, somewhere. December 23rd, 24th. In fact, for one page, sometimes the further document I had to read in just one page of review is more than 40. The 2 days straight, I didn't come out of the room. Reading. I was tired. But I told myself, I need to do this, not just for myself. So one thing also that will keep you motivated, live a life in such a way that you want to leave a legacy. How do you want to be remembered one day? Today, I can't remember the name of my great-great-grandfather. In fact, I don't even know his name, but I know the name of Kwame Nkrumah. Because the legacy that Dr. Nkrumah left, my grandfather didn't leave that legacy. For most of us, if we are asked to produce the name of your great-great-grandfather, you may not be able to say it. But you know the name of Nelson Mandela. You know the name of somebody who has done something big. The legacy. In fact, President Nkrumah started PhD on 2-3 occasions and didn't complete. Because the drive was so much, the Pan-Africanism drive was so much that he had to leave. He would start here and stop and go. The doctor we call him is not a PhD, it's an honorary doctorate. The passion, the drive, what do you want to do? How do you want to be remembered? That drive, sometimes when you are even tired, because the drive is so burning, you still continue to work. And that's what keeps us. That you just don't want to die and be forgotten. You die in the things you have done, because whether you like it or not, this life, if you even live 120 years, you will go one day. We are here to exit. So as we are here, we should be able to do things that will make lives of society better. And all this, we talk about Patrice Lumumba in DRC. We talk about all these people in Nelson Mandela, all these big guys. The legacy. It's not how they looked, what they did to make society better. So somebody rightly said that a man will be remembered for 2 things: the problems he solved and the problems he created. It's either you are solving a problem or you are creating more problems. So with that, you wake up every day. I put on my status today that nothing gives us focus in life than to wake up every day with something you are pursuing. And then, when you always wake up with a pursuit, you cannot waste time. All right, let me end here.
Wow, that is so powerful. A man will always be remembered by the problem created or problem solved. Indeed, you are making the global impact, because the first time I saw your caption, global impact, I was watching. It took me about a minute to reminisce about that word, global impact. From that, I was also able to make also my own personal resolution on my life, that I should be a global icon. So I have my own design of me being a global icon, because you don't have to just be in this community or this life, this world, without making any impact. Your legacy should be reminded every time. You should be reminded of yourself with your legacy. And indeed, you are making it. You are making it everywhere. As the record holder, as the PhD, completing PhD with 2 years and 6 months, it is fantastic. Wow. Dr. Roger, I want to move straight to you, and then you also tell me, how do you keep focus and all these things as the Grassag president, as the director for SDGs, and then as you as a student also, how do you keep focus and making impact, still continue to make impact in the lives of people?
All right, thank you very much. My fellow panelists have already said a lot, and the little I'd like to add to with me keeping focus. That's a lot of responsibilities, even as a student in my research work, as well as a Grassag president, and also as a national officer, and I also do other stuff. So one thing I believe in is that taking up a responsibility, it means that you can do it. So that's why you take out that responsibility. So I always set a target for myself and make sure that I put in all the sacrifice and make sure I attain that set goals. Because after assuming a responsibility, power is just transit, and probably when your turn of office ends, people remember you based on the good you did, the bad you did, or they remember you're not doing anything at all. So when taking out that responsibility, I make sure that no matter what, how to set targets, policies. So I'm trying my possible way that, let me put in all the effort I need just to achieve my set goals. So whatever it takes, the sacrifices, everything, I just push it out, no matter what.
So lastly, Doc, let's conclude with you on these points where what do you think graduate students should do in order to solve societal challenges? What do you think graduate students should do from your point of view, lastly?
All right, so what's I would advise graduate students to stay focused on is shall refer to their research topic or send up the proposal. They should try and just do something that actually tend to solve problems. And they can do that by first of all empathizing with the community, and they can get powerful research topics that can tend to solve problems. And also, if those who are doing their research work, they are started working on their project work, I advise them to try to involve themselves in their research work so that at least they can know how best they can go out to the community and solve problems. Because if they leave their work to other people to do, at least it's just like for examination taken, for defense taken, after that they are done. No impact. So they should rather fully involve themselves in whatever they're doing and make sure that at the end of the day, when they're done their research work, they move out to the community and make sure that it really reflects in the society.
Wow, wow, that is so touching. So Doc says that we should be part of our project. We should make meaningful research. We shouldn't just make any research or any thesis that will just tend to be on our tables, but rather we should pick up societal needs and then be able to solve these needs through our research. Lastly, last words from Dr. Akasan. I want to hear from you. How do you intend, or what advice do you have for the graduate students? What do you think they can do to help stay motivated and then solve societal needs?
Okay, so thank you on that. Yeah, so if you want to, for graduate students, if you want to stay motivated, one, you need to appreciate the fact that research is enormous, and so it doesn't come so easy. It's just as Dr. Baby said, anyone who, I remember the professor I worked with, also she said the same thing, that at a point in time she wanted to stop the PhD. No PhD, at every point in time you get stressed out. And that's why if you're also doing lab-based stuff and your instruments are not working, it can get discouraging. You see, so just have it in mind that this is how research works. There are days you have your good days, and you have days when things will not be going well. Two, your drive, be ready for criticisms. Because research, even no matter the level you get to, someone will review your work. And we review from different perspective. So if you are not fortunate, if you are not careful, and you are not open to criticism, you will never go far.
Wow.
Yeah, because your supervisor will read it, he will tell you that what you have done is not good. You people judge from the hours that they've spent, but not the quality of the work that they've done. I've spent so many. Dr. Bedu said again that he spent about 4 days. So this, all you come out, you write all this, and you'll be told that what you have done is immaterial. And you are like, what do you take me for? You see, so you should be open to criticism.
I even think that with that, it really keep you going, keep you moving.
That's it.
Great.
Yeah, because if you also want to be academic, it will follow you, because someone will always review your work to make it better. Yeah, so as a graduate student, get ready. And the last thing I'll say is that know what you are about. Because right after undergraduate, you know what you want. And so in graduate school, you know what you wanted to pursue. Because graduate studies, it's more of specialization. So you know what you are going for. So let that thing be your focus, and let it guide you. Let that drive you. Stir up that desire in you. So at every point in time, it just keeps you moving. And I believe that once you do that as a graduate student, you're on the way to success.
Wow. Fast forward, Madam Irene, your final words to graduate students on how they should stay motivated and focused.
Dr. Abidu said something that we should gain technical skills, soft skills, and also scientific skills. Every graduate will complete school. So as you are in now, after school, you are supposed to do something. And it's not only about the research you are doing, but these skills can help you out there to also help society grow. because without these skills, you can't do anything. And as Doug also said, critics helps us to grow. I'll use myself as an example. When I started this work I am doing, I had a lot of critiques on my hair pieces. And with that critiques that I took, it has really shaped and brought things out of me well. So we should make up our mind that as even we are in school and coming out, we should always take critiques that comes from people, and it will shape us and grow as well.
Wow. So embracing critics, that will help us make a better impact. We should always live a life where we should embrace critics in order to develop as well. We should be able to build us up, not to just diminish us, but then to help us go to a better place. Doc, I want you to finalize everything with your words on how scholars should or address pressing needs, and then to empower scholars to do more. I want you to finalize it.
Right. Okay. So somebody on his dying bed. Normally, what people say when they are at the brink of leaving this world, it should be taken very seriously. Somebody was on his dying bed, and they asked him, with all that he has done, what would be his definition about life? And he mentioned 3 things. It goes on. After that, he died. Oh, he summed up life that it goes on. What I mean to say with this statement is that nothing good comes easy. In fact, if success were cheap, nobody will ever be a failure. And not from police for a guidance. It's not that cheap. Nah, kind courtesy, Kofi Kinata. As it. So brace yourself. You know, as a student, sometimes some of my mates have had and they will be complaining, hey, now the BB are not fancy, I didn't enough for me. You know, there are some people who go like, oh, they take it like but eventually they don't make it. Right from the outside, I tell myself, until you start until sometimes they're like, hey, you have clone every day. I can say, I started my PhD 2021. My mates, more than 80% of them, they are still in France. They have not finished. I'm sitting here, they are calling me doctor. When I was defending my thesis, 2 years, 6 months, I had already produced 3 publications in Elsevier journals. Most of them, they were struggling to produce 1 manuscript. The time that I was there reading, they were there drinking beer. Yeah. Going out, going for hiking, going for this. Stay focused. I knew that black man, I had come here in France not to come and drink beer. So sometimes I look like penny pan out there for no, sir. Meaning baby, I'm a fever. Obi said to my bone, shedding to me peppy pragro. My bread. Bodora baneme. And I'm a bedua. So don't just be like everybody. I didn't add I told people that I've set a time with that number. You appreciate PhD better when you are in it. Sometimes we say, oh, doctor, yebi. Oh, UBS ya kwa brow bre. MPhil wo brow bre. Enough form. But enough form you so interest you can do it. Brace yourself. I tell people the fact that you are reading and you want to sleep does not mean that you should sleep. It means that so in a nutshell, we are saying that this journey, it is not a journey that is easy. You will go through, sometimes you will feel like giving up. That's why I sincerely told you. Sometimes people can say, hey, now we PhD one also so wait to broso. The Bible said Elijah was a man of like passion. You see, Dr. Atkinson, Obia, all of us. We are all vulnerable that at a point in time we want to give up. But we keep going, or because we are able to succeed because we keep going, even when we feel like giving up. So don't give up. Brace yourself. At a point in time, your supervisor, sometimes you can be frustrated. When I was pursuing my MPhil, Professor Messi was my supervisor. And we're working in the same office. Sometimes, today I understand her better. I can send the work 1 month. She has not sent a reply. I see it and I'm frustrated. Meanwhile, she's sending me other work to do. So I said, "Oh, now my thesis in the own share." The two the neko shebu skobom pa yebu nusu nyina. And then me say, "And you man no do so you won thesis no be hwe." As I sit here, I'm supervising MPhil. This year, I have over almost 10 MPhil students I have to supervise. BS in Kwan base 15, diploma base say, you know work on Kwan Yabeshe. Until you share ya nyabo treman. Don't give up, don't insult him or her. Take your time. Sometimes find a way, remind. Sometimes he has even forgotten. Remind him, remind her. Don't get angry. One from way, my bread, no sir. So patience, dedication, commitment, and life goes on. Let life go on. Thank you.
Life goes on, as rightly said by the global impact maker. We need to continue to make life goes on. We need to keep updating ourselves. We need to stay focused on whatever made us start whatever we are doing. So I don't want to add anything more. I just want to highlight on some points where our speakers said that we should remind ourselves of our goals. We should meditate and then do separation and stay focused without learning. Whilst you are staying focused and then whilst you are separating yourself, you should keep on learning. We shouldn't just judge from your own seat, but we should also sometimes be in the shoes of their supervisors and then think with them, partner with them, because when you keep on reminding them and everything, your work would be done. So make sure as scholars, as graduate students, we should be able to make impact from the knowledge that we've gained. You've been through this journey, every day you should learn. You should make sure that every effort that you are doing should contribute to making impact outside. It should be able to make life better for somebody outside. So I would want to acknowledge the presence of our guests. I really, really appreciate your time and dedication to make this discussion a successful one. I would want to make thank you, Madam Irene, for your time, for making it up for our Grassag Week lunch. Dr. Engineer Akasen, I also want to thank you very much for making this happen. Dr. Roger, the Grassag President, I really appreciate your time and then impactful knowledge that you've added to our students. And then to the Global Impact Maker, I'd also want to say a big thank you for making all these words and everything sound very clear with us. I believe that our students are also jotted a lot down and then they are willing to side and then partner with you people from your advice. They are willing to run with your advices and then move forward. Also, I want to acknowledge the executives of this Grassag Week celebration. I want to acknowledge the president himself here, Dr. Roja, acknowledge that of the vice president, His Excellency Shaibu, the financial secretary, Honorable Said Sule, the general secretary, Madam Edith Eidu, the organizer, Honorable Zakaria, the Wukom Madam Sonia. I want to thank you all for your time. Thank you all for making this happen. And also our guests and then our partners, our watchers, our viewers. I want to say a big thank you very much for sitting with us and then partnering with us to help us do. I just want us to just quickly run through the introduction of our executives. So I want us to watch a certain documentary, a few documentary and highlights of our executive, of which they've been able to put together their knowledge and then their resources, their skills to make this week celebration a success. So let's quickly run through the video and the introduction of our executive. Thank you very much, and then have a successful day.
Dr. Roger Chunjaku.
We'll meet you up in our next session in the afternoon, where we would start at 2, and then we'll commence with the second session, where there's the workshop section there, research workshop. So thank you very much, and then let's stay focused with whatever thing we are doing. Thank you.
Dr. Roger Chunjaku is a dedicated scholar and dynamic youth leader, currently pursuing an MPhil in animal science and production. He is an alumnus of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology and St. James Center. Dr. Jaco serves as the president of Grassag UNED and the national director for SDGs and advocacy at Grassag National. His leadership journey is marked by a series of impactful positions, including NASPA Regional Financial Secretary for the Brun Ahafo region, NASPA President for Techiman Metro. His exceptional service has earned him national recognition as a Best Regional Financial Secretary of the Year, NASPA National Eminence Awards 2023, Best NASPA President of the Year, News Ghana Education Awards 2023. Dr. Jaco is a passionate advocate for youth development, sustainability, and academic excellence. Master Shaibu Ibrahim is a passionate and purpose-driven postgraduate student currently pursuing an MSc in Environmental Engineering and Management at the University of Energy and Natural Resources, UNED. He currently serves as the Vice President and Chairman of the Welfare Committee of Grassag UNED. His leadership journey includes serving as the Deputy Speaker of the Senate within the same association, where he played a significant role in policy deliberation and student advocacy. His commitment to environmental sustainability, student welfare, and effective governance continues to inspire those around him. Miss Edith Addo is a committed scholar and an emerging leader in environmental governance. She is currently pursuing an MPhil in social forestry and environmental governance at the University of Energy and Natural Resources, UNED, where she also completed her undergraduate studies. Ms. Edith serves as the General Secretary of Grassag UNED and has previously held the national position of Projects and Programs Coordinator for Grassag National. Her leadership reflects a passion for sustainability, youth development, and academic excellence. Though she has not yet received formal awards, her dedication and service continue to leave a meaningful impact within her academic and leadership circles. Master Sayed Sule Jr. is a proud product of Hanivas and University of Energy and Natural Resources, UNED. He is currently pursuing MPhil in Computer Science, Coding the Future. From House Prefect to GEMSA President, he is now serving as Treasurer with excellence and integrity, leadership, vision, and commitment. He brings it all. Master Kase Zakaria is a dedicated academic and tech-driven leader currently pursuing a PhD in computer science at the University of Energy and Natural Resources, UNED. He currently serves as organizer for Grassag UNED and the Deputy Chief of Staff for National Grassag. Previously, he held the position of Grassag Organizer for the 2022-2023 academic year, demonstrating strong organizational and leadership skills within student governance. Zakaria is committed to the advancement of research, innovation, and youth empowerment. While he has not yet received formal awards, his current role marks a promising beginning to his leadership journey. Ms. Sonia Kanta is a focused and driven postgraduate student pursuing an MPhil in chemistry at the University of Energy and Natural Resources, UNED. She currently serves as a Gender Commissioner at UNED, where she advocates for gender equity and student welfare. Sonia has also contributed to campus health initiatives as a member of the Health and Sanitation Committee under the SRC. While she has not received formal awards yet, her passion for leadership, science, and community development continues to shape her journey. The master in Decade 7 is a passionate postgraduate student pursuing an MPhil in land degradation neutrality at the University of Energy and Natural Resources, UNEM. He currently serves as a public relations officer, PRO, for Grassag, UNEM, where he plays a key role in communication and engagement within the graduate student community. Steven is committed to environmental sustainability and student advocacy. While he has not yet held previous positions or received formal awards, his current role marks a promising beginning to his leadership journey.